That's my juice. What you mean, boy?
Hey guys, welcome to Be That with Viva, and today's video we're giving Drew all of the shine.
Not all
I'm
of
barely
it, like 25%.
No, like
25.
75%. I'm normally the main speaker in like whatever we do, but this time it's like all him. He's gonna take this over. I'll be throwing some input in there.
Nah, no, you won't.
Yes, it's gonna be about Drew's role as a stepfather, and that's basically why I'm not gonna speak much on it, because I'm not a step parent, so there's really not much that I could really say. I can give you like my input as the mom and having another man around my child. So we asked a few people, well basically we asked everyone who follows us on our family page, what are some things that they would have liked for us to basically do videos and talk about that were more adult subjects. Like obviously we're still gonna be doing like our family friendly and kid friendly videos, but we do know that there's a lot of people that kind of want to see our input on certain things in our relationship or like parenting wise. So a lot of questions we got from people were, how is it for Drew as a step parent? And like I said earlier in the video, that's just only he could really speak about that, because he's the only one experiencing what it is being a step parent. So take the floor.
Whoa, being a step parent is hard. It's not easy. It's not an easy task. You have your limits. You know, there's things that you can't do. There's things that you want to do, but the way I grew up and how like you know, I see my brothers grow up and stuff. It's actually my sister. It's hard because you can't really scream. Not that you can't, but me, I don't scream. I'm very laid back and chill, as you can see. So she kind of walks all over me, but all right. But it's kind of difficult because when I watch, you know, her mother discipline her, you know, unless she really needs help, I mostly just chill. You know, I lay back and it's hard because like I want to help, but at the same time there's do's and don'ts, there's cans and can'ts. I'm just there to not supervise, but what's the
reinforce.
word? Reinforce.
I need some reinforcement.
Because you know she has a deep voice already, but what?
Being a step parent, I think, could be harder, not harder than being a mom, but could be harder than being a dad.
In some cases.
Because as like, I always think a stepfather, okay, a stepfather and a stepmother is different. The stepfather, for the most part, are around the children more than a stepmother would be.
Why?
Because a stepmother is with the father, and 9 times out of 10, the kids don't live with the father, they live with their mom.
Yeah.
So they're only around the kids every weekend, every other weekend, or every other week, whatever, but it's just not like as much as they would be with the stepfather, because obviously a stepfather is with the mother, who for the most part is always like the primary parent.
That's true. So
I think that like being a stepfather could sometimes be tougher than being a father, just because you're around the kid a lot more. Yeah. And that is the hardest part in parenting, is every day it's like something new with the child.
Every single day.
It's not
Actually,
predictable.
Not even a day, like every hour.
Yeah, it's something new. It's always a new challenge going on. And not saying that being a dad isn't hard, because it is, but at the end of the day, like if you're not with your kid every single day, then you really can't like understand the struggles in being a parent, and with
the sickness, the crying, the whining, the screaming, the good and the bad.
But it's not all bad either, because we're like making it.
No, we're talking about the bad. We're not talking about the good. Everybody knows the good is good.
Yeah. But you know, it's just like, that's kind of why I always say, oh, I respect Drew so much for dealing with everything, not just like with Liani, but with me as well, because I'm sure like other moms out there could understand that it gets very overwhelming at times, and some days you're just like more stressed than you are on other days, because you know, kids have personalities, and some days they're in a good mood and some days they're not in a good mood. But when a kid's not in a good mood,
it's like the mothers. And sometimes it's hard to describe it. So
yeah.
When you see me talk and I be lost for words, it's because it's hard to describe it. You just gotta go through it. I mean, there's no other way to really say it.
It's just one of those life experiences that it's kind of hard to
describe, because everybody's situation is different. So it's hard for me to give the input.
But luckily there's not like, there's not no tension between Liani's father and him, because we don't know what that's like, but if it was, I'm sure it would make the situation like worse. Like, everyone is basically on the same page, so that helps a lot when everyone kind of just sees eye to eye and everyone's an adult about the situation.
That's true.
I think that's like the most important thing. You know, even speaking to Liani's dad, he's even told me, like, listen, if Andrew has to step in, like, I'm 100% okay with that. Because he understands that it's like, you know, Andrew and I, you know, every day for the most part, with the exceptions of like every other weekend that Liani's with her dad. So, you know, we deal with the hardest part of parenting.
Every day.
Every single day. And like he said, even when she's sick and like those late nights, early mornings, and you know, but again, we're not making it sound like parenting is like horrible, because it's not. It's extremely, extremely rewarding. But in all honesty, I mean, it's hard. I think all of us could relate to that and agree that it's probably the hardest thing in the world, but it's the one thing in the world that is like worth all of the struggles that you go through. So that's basically it for this video. As we continue to film more videos for you guys, his presence in front of the camera will progress more and more.
And I'll get a little better. It's gonna take a little while, but
it takes a while, because you have to get used to the progress.
That's the good part.
You guys can see the journey, which you guys know I'm super like open about that whole watching someone's journey thing. So if you guys have any other things you would like for us to talk about, we still have a few more subjects from what we've seen on our comments on our Instagram page that we're gonna talk about. But even if there's some that's like not mentioned there, or you follow us on YouTube but you don't have Instagram, then feel free to let us know in the comments what you would like to see. I mean, you guys already know we're gonna be doing our vlogs, we're gonna be doing challenges and like everyday things. But if there's certain subjects that are a little bit more grown-up subjects that not a lot of people like to talk about, so just let us know right down below in the comments. And I'm gonna leave the link in our description also to our Instagram page. If you guys wanna follow us on there too, you get a little bit more updates on there, as we can post more on Instagram than we can on YouTube. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously, it was a very raw and honest video coming from Drew, because he's not even one to really open up like that.
As you can see,
yeah, so I'm proud of him. He did a good job.
Oh, thank you. So sweet. Look at your mom for me.
It's so annoying. Alright, so we'll see you guys in the next video.
Next time.
Bye.
I'm not gonna wave like that.
Why? He's like, peace out.
I
don't care.
Thank you. She finishes my sentences. She already knows what I'm gonna say.